Hey there, Libra. I hope you guys are wonderful. I want to go ahead and get into a reading for you. Today is the 17th of February, 2025. And yeah, we're going to do Oracle and Tarot energies for you guys. Okay, so to start this energy out here, um, you have it's called Choice in the deck. I see it as stairs. Um, but the energy behind it is a choice, a direction, change in, opportunities. The thing about it is, no one direction is going to be right or wrong. They all just have their own journey and experience. And so it's like the benefits from either decision that you can choose from lead you in different directions and on different experiences and journeys. So you get to learn either way, such as life. Um, but it does talk about choice, and it talks about you actively making a decision to engage something new in your life, okay? Or to not, to stay the same, and you will continue on the path that you're already on. Your other oracle energy, and I don't remember the names of these decks. I think this is like the Angel Oracle, probably Doreen Virtue or whatever. Nothing against her. I appreciate it. Thank you. And then this one is planting seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. So if that resonates, so be it. Your family, your friends, your community energies here, Libra. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And so, this is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy, but the Knight of Swords in reverse can be very volatile in their communication. They can be very accusatory. They don't have all of the facts, yet they're, verbally abusive and trying to get their point across, but lack true knowledge in what they're approaching about. This also could just be somebody who is a bit off their rocker and difficult to deal with. And so be mindful of how you engage them. If this behavior has been something that has been consistent with somebody with the stairs or with the choice here, maybe this is an opportunity to choose a different path away from this person. Like, yuck. Be mindful where you plant your seeds. Like, this isn't it, and so you might need to have a limited experience, or an experience where it's like you're not connecting to this person at all, just because the volatility is problematic and toxic in your life. Either way, though, I would expect an earful and a lot of frustrating experiences with this energy. I don't like it. Moving on, protect yourself. Moving on, in regard to your health energy, you have the Page of Cups. This is good. This can talk about feeling emotionally settled, um, feeling emotionally at ease. This can also talk about art therapy for some of you, if that is something that you want to, get your feelings out through art therapy. This may be an approach to help that. Oftentimes, the Page of Cups is going to also talk about emotions that have been experienced in our childhoods, but maybe they're still having an effect in how they play out in our lives. If this is your energy, this could be like you having a very reactionary response to things, always flying off the handle, or needing to, like, the communication aspect needs to be changed. The approach needs to be changed. Okay, so if we're dealing with old stuff from the past that's been unresolved, it's saying look at things deeply, be mindful of how you show up, because this is not a good look, especially for an adult. Either way, though, yeah, with health, this is talking about being open, being expressive, feeling at ease within your emotions here. And again, it's a call for art therapy if that's something that you feel drawn to, right? um Maybe it's even like in regard to the things that we give our energy towards, and how we plant seeds in those fields, but maybe they are not fertile, or maybe we don't give them enough time. Maybe we need to redirect that and plant elsewhere in fertile ground, so maybe things have been kind of stagnant up until then. Either way, in regard to your work, career, job situation, you have the Hierophant. I'm sorry, the Hermit. The Hermit energy is Virgo energy, but the card is called Reflection. And with the Hermit, it's all about spiritual reflection. It's all about what makes you feel good, what is in alignment with you. You know, with this choices card, this is about making a decision that's going to change your experience, change your life for the better. It's about planning for a different path, right? And so with the Hermit here, it's saying, is this job that I'm in really for me? Do I feel really like I'm connected here? How does this feed my soul? Because the Hermit wants his soul to be fed. They want their energy to be, you know, it's a spiritual energy. It's like tapping into your spirituality, you know, getting more unified with that, getting more in alignment with your spirituality. Sometimes this can also talk about like mediumship or like a spiritual teacher as well. So if that is something where it's like the choice to experience that now in your life or step into those like directions, it's asking for you to be mindful of like how you honor that. You know, it doesn't have to be your main gig, but make it a side gig. Either way though, here in regard to your job and your career, for some of you it's needing to look very deeply at how much time and energy and devotion and dedication you're putting towards a situation. Can you plant seeds here? Is this something that's going to be fruitful, or is it something that's a wash, right? Pay attention to what makes best sense for you and what resonates within your soul. And is this healthy for me? Does this make me feel happy and at ease? If the answers are no, then, you know, maybe it's time for a different direction. In regard to your connections, relationships, whether they be romantic or platonic, you have the Hangman in reverse. This is Pisces energy. The Hangman in reverse can often indicate where maybe we've been on the shelf for a while, or maybe we haven't been engaged in situations for a good long time, and now we're kind of resurfacing. You have two cards here of pulling our energy back, removing ourselves from situations, you know, going quiet here. It's kind of like so we can make assessments, better assessments moving forward, finding balance here. This is also a pendulum if you look at it. And so oftentimes with divination, we're asking questions and seeing which direction the pendulum goes. So maybe we are divining. Maybe that's something that you need to be mindful of. Like sometimes it's weird. Like I did not plan on, and I don't claim to be some like massive spiritual healer, but I didn't plan to be a tarot reader. Like when I was 8, I was in a forest and I found a deck of tarot cards, the Rider-Waite deck, under a tree. And like I took them home and I fell in love with them, right? And then my born again Christian aunt said they were the devil and threw them away, and it totally broke my heart. And then years later, another deck popped into my life, and bingo bango, there we go. And in regard to this channel, the altruistic mystic, I did not have any intentions. I'm a massage therapist. I do medical massage, I do body work, I'm a cupping therapist. Like I do rehab for people's bodies. And I was getting out of work one night and I was walking down the sidewalk and like I was standing under this street light that was flickering and something said, "You need to start a tarot channel on YouTube." And it was so random and so like, what? But it was an audible voice to me. "You need to start a tarot channel on YouTube." And I was like, okay, whatever, you know, walked on. And then the voice came again and it was like, "You need to call it the altruistic mystic." Like two very, very, very clear, channeled, if we're being real, messages to me. And I sat with that. I don't think I did anything with that information for like 6 or 8 months. And then when I did, bam, here we go. You know, and I've been here on this channel for, I don't know, a good while. So yeah, I mean, enough to like, I looked at my stats the other day and I was like, oh my God, my channel's already received 1 million views on things. That's amazing. I mean, I'm not like it was just shocking to me because I enjoy this. I love it. It's something that I feel drawn to and that I want to share of with people. But I didn't plan to do this. And so with the energy that I'm picking up here, Libra, it's like maybe you didn't plan to like end up in some sort of like mediumship or some sort of like spiritual gift giving, but here it is, step into it. Maybe it's like you're unveiling here with miracles and the choice and direction that you choose to go in, you know. So, a lot to be said there for relationships because we haven't even touched that. But that was definitely for somebody there. In regard to relationships, if you are single and looking for love, maybe you had yourself on the shelf for a while because you haven't felt settled, you haven't felt comfortable to engage with people. Maybe you've been watching a person for a while and you're like, what? I've been kind of keeping my eye on you and I like you, but I haven't done anything about it yet because I'm just observing. I've been observing you for a while, and now here I'm open to it, So let me plant some seeds with you and see how it goes. So for some of you single people, you may already have somebody, in your view that you've been observing, and maybe it's time to do something about it. Maybe it's time to choose a path towards that energy and see if we can incorporate that together. Who knows if it's going to be romantic? Or, maybe you'll meet somebody who becomes a wonderful friend in your life. You never know. But still be open to inviting that into the experience. Here, it just feels like, now we're open to communicating about, I've been watching you. I like you. Let's move forward with that. For those of you who are in connections and established relationships, the hangman in reverse is, it's time to make a decision when it comes to how we are effective in our relationship, where we're planting seeds, which direction we're going in, which path we are on. And so we have to be in communication with our partner, but things need to change, and it feels like there's been some sort of like kind of not a stagnancy, maybe a stagnancy, but kind of like a period of like things just not moving. And so we have to shake it up. And sometimes we have to shake it up by actually like moving to a different place or completely different path in our relationship. Either way, it needs to be communicated with your partner, um, you know, and addressed. If you have a partner who is very volatile or emotionally disrupted, and it's bleeding out in different ways, it's really your job to figure out how you want to maintain this, because it doesn't seem like you're going anywhere, Libra, if that is the case, but it also requires you to do things differently. And it may be, you may need more support from a partner. So, be mindful of how you engage that. And be mindful of how you engage it. What you don't see coming here, you have ascension in reverse. This is the world in reverse. So this can indicate situations that are not completed yet. Big lessons, big life lessons that are not done. And so, maybe we try to get on a new path or new directions, and the reality of it is we're not done with whatever we're dealing with. And so you have to solidify and finalize that, and then you can move forward on a different path. Either way, there's still lessons to be learned on the experience, in the experience that you're experiencing now. Yeah, so it just highlights energies where it's like we thought we were done, but we're really not done because there's actually something big attached to this. Either way, though, we have miracles coming into our lives, and that can be any way. It almost gives me, there's a card in the Oracle Wisdom of Oracles deck where it's like maybe it's serendipity, where you can have a conversation or like be out in public and you overhear a conversation and suddenly something is said in that conversation completely unrelated to you that like has an effect. I'm being shown that card, so I'm going to talk about that card. It's like be available to the situations that maybe you hear something from somewhere or someone that you didn't intend, but suddenly it makes sense. Suddenly this is something that can be very beneficial to me. Suddenly I have a different path, or like I can access this situation in a completely different way. So be mindful on how you are available to information just being out in the ethers, because it feels like that is going to be something here for you. And also with miracles, you don't see them coming, and sometimes the realization that things are not over yet or needing to be addressed is part of how you get onto the path for miracles, because we have to clear karma. The karma is not cleared here. It needs to be released and experienced so that you can have more and a different path. Whew, that's a lot to be said in this reading, Libra. I think yours might be the longest reading. So I'm going to let it go here. Please like, share, subscribe if you choose to. And all of my information is in the description box below if you want a personal reading. I'll talk to you later. Bye.